There we go. That's Ticket to Make Me Feel. That's featuring... Sorry, I pressed the wrong button there. The Ticket to Make Me Feel, that's Michael Jackson and the Beatles. Good morning. Gerald Michael Anderson here. The number to ring if you want to contact this programme, and it's easy enough to do. It's 08459 555 678. The email address is gerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk, and the text messaging service for those of you who have not had a fulfilling life is 81771. What an exciting country this is. What I always say to you every morning when I come in here.
I can't say. I cannot say.
No, but apart from that, we're thinking the same thing, aren't
yes,
we?
yes.
Would you love to say that?
Yes, you would.
There's one thing I always say to him when you come in. I'm always in here from about 7:30 because I like to read all the emails, read all the papers, and digest the news the previous night, get a feel of the new day. When you come in at 28 minutes past 10, I always say the same thing to you.
Yes, 9 words. I think it is.
9 words that could mean the difference between being sacked and remaining on for a week or two.
Yes.
9 words that could mean that we're sacked today, now, before 12 o'clock.
Yes.
But I always say to you, whenever I say those 9 words and you brighten up a little, perks you up. But what I always say to you, what a great country this is, what an exciting country this is.
I didn't know it was...
Northern Ireland, look at that football match last night.
Nobody told me about the match.
Nobody told you?
No.
Do you know what annoys me? No, what annoys me, and I'm gonna say this now. Do you know what annoys me? And I can understand the reasons why it's done. Mm-hmm. Do you understand what I'm saying? I can understand the reasons why it's done, but I think that the people should be told. Okay? Whenever the Stephen Watson comes on and he says Northern Ireland will be playing Slovenia tonight,
It was a strange coat he was wearing.
I didn't like it.
Strange.
Looked like kind of an Oxfam job
I didn't
to
know
me.
what it was.
Anyway. Fiver.
Yeah.
Anyway, but whatever. Don't let's knock him on his sartorial choices.
No.
But what I'm saying,
I just said it was strange. I didn't say.
When they say in the BBC, this is the thing that the BBC does, and I know I'm going to be rapping the knuckles, but I have to say this. When they say Northern Ireland are playing Slovenia tonight, you can see the highlights at 11:15.
Yes.
When did you say you can see it in Sky One?
See, I thought it was a friendly match.
It's not a friendly match. So when did you say, just for the benefit, BBC is the people who give you information, right? They should say, you can see the highlights, but if you want to watch it live, you watch it in Sky. Why did you say that? I would feel better. Do you know it would be inclusive, I would feel a sense of closure.
See, I didn't know. I had the TV
I know it's
off.
Rupert Murdoch and all that, and we can't publicise in other places, but for the benefit of the listeners, the viewers there who didn't know it was on Sky. No. When did you say that? The highlights tonight, Stephen Watch, Jackie Fullerton, whatever I heard, I really thought Northern Ireland were going to be beaten last night. Do you know why?
Why?
Because Jackie said things are beginning to look up for Northern Ireland. Then I thought immediately, we're doomed.
This is what I want to ask you
I said,
about.
defeat is inevitable once Jackie says that. Jackie was getting very excited.
No, but that's what I want to talk to you about.
Yes.
How does Jackie do that?
I'll tell you how he does it. For instance, you get up and walk to... You don't have to do this. I'm going to pretend you get up and walk to the door. Say, Sean Coyle is getting up now and he's going out the door.
Is he sitting in the studio?
No, he's sitting up in the wee box. What do you call the wee thing? Lodge. Not the orange lodge.
The commentary box?
Yes, he's sitting up there way above everybody.
No.
He is. I sat up with him one night.
No, that's during a live match.
What do you think that was last night? Do you think they played it the day before yesterday?
Are you... Nobody's... Right.
Jackie can only commentate when the match is being played. When the match is being played, it's live. They film the whole match. Then they pick bits out of it.
Yeah, but
they don't include Pat McCourt.
Yes, but do they bring in...
Did you see Pat McCourt come on? They didn't. And then at the end of it, they showed all his runs.
Yeah, but Jackie said he reminds him at times on George Best.
But you didn't see him. They cut all his bits out.
Yeah. Anyway, this is what I want to ask you. Would you let me ask you a question?
No, I'm too excited
Stop
about
interrupting
things.
me. You're excited.
It's my programme.
Stop it.
I can interrupt you if you like. I've learned how to do it from you.
Right. This is what I think after watching it last night. See, I turned the TV on at 11:15 to see the match, see the highlights of a friendly match, as I thought.
How do you see?
Because England were playing a friendly, the Republic were playing a friendly. I thought it was all friendly matches.
We're always different here.
But I didn't know.
Nobody told you.
Nobody told me.
Why didn't you read it in the paper like an ordinary human
So
being?
I turned on the TV at 11:15.
Stephen Watson told you at 6:30. You weren't listening to him?
No, the TV was off.
Well, you see what do you expect to know if they don't put it on the TV. Sorry, go ahead.
What was it saying?
I don't know.
Anyway, yes, Jackie. And I'm watching Jackie, and I'm... John O'Neill's not with Jackie.
No, he's on the radio, Radio Ulster.
But you see, Jackie's good when he's with Big John O'Neill. But this is what I was
Are you
thinking.
implying that Jackie wasn't good last night?
He
didn't say anything notable.
This is why
I had a notebook and
so had I. I went immediately when I heard Jackie. I said, "Oh, this is a real live match, if you know what I mean. This is not a friendly. Jackie, I'll say something." So I went and got a pen and a piece of paper to write down things. But Jackie never. So I think what they do is they film the whole match, and then they edit it down.
No, they don't.
And then they bring Jackie into a wee room and say to Jackie, "Right, comment on that now."
No, they don't do that.
That's what I. That's
They
what.
don't
That's
do
see.
that.
That's what it sounds like to.
Well, if it sounds like that, it's Jackie's fault. They don't do that. No, they don't do that. Now, I thought it's great to see Northern Ireland coming home with a triumphant 0-0.
Yeah, but what? How do they do it then? You tell me Jackie sits up there. Well, why does he not bring John O'Neill or somebody with him?
I don't know.
Why do they not have a man with Jackie?
No,
for Jackie to bounce off.
They put John O'Neill to the live commentary that's on the radio. Because they're not going to use all his comments. It's very difficult to slip in comments when a man like John O'Neill comments upon what's happening. It's very hard to slip that in during highlights because the highlights are usually quite brief. You understand what I'm saying?
I can explain it doesn't enhance the highlights.
Look, will you forget about this? The thing is, we're still in with a chance.
Yeah.
All we have to do is win the next 5 matches. And we might be second. Listen, I was, as I was saying before, this is an exciting country to live in. You know, I wake up every morning and I say, thank thunder, I say. Thank thunder. I'm living in Northern Ireland at this time of excitement. And I open the paper today. I'm not going to tell you which paper it is, but it's either the Belfast Newsletter or the Irish News. And I get a glimpse of, you know, the brave new world. And I open the paper in the middle, there's a 2-page spread. I'm very excited. Do you know what it says? Growing interest in allotments. And I can't wait to get up. And here's a gentleman. Now, here's something which I think is great. A gentleman wrote to me and he said, your lost purse sketch yesterday. Well, it wasn't a sketch, really.
No, it was for real.
It was for real. Reminded me of it. It's a terrible little cough.
I tried to disguise that.
I know, it's tubercular. That's tubercular.
I didn't like that. I get it in the morning.
Remember the disease that Jane Austen, those people used to always die of? Consumption.
Yes.
That's a little consumptive cough. Give us it again. I'll give it to you. I can remember it. That's it. That's it. There you see.
Do you remember the wee boy
John Jones
or the wee girl? Yes, in the secret garden. Do you remember the secret garden?
Yes.
The wee boy in the bath
How
chair.
did Tom Jones cough?
He went.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Anyway, sorry I interrupted you there. You were talking about the secret garden.
Do you remember the secret garden?
No. The Lost Purse sketch yesterday reminded me of a story my dad told me many years ago about integrity, a word that we don't use in here. He worked in a bakery. Now, I think this is a great story. He worked in a bakery, and this is something that people should remember. He worked in a bakery, and the newly appointed boss came round to take a tour of the works and check out if everyone was working hard enough. As he was leaving, he pulled the old trick. Do you know what the old trick is?
No. In a bakery?
Oh, yeah. No, the old salesman trick.
In a bakery?
Right, no, the salesmen used to use it too. In a bakery, yeah. He pulled the old salesman trick. Do you know you go into a house and and you drop maybe...
I don't know the trick, so I'm not aware of this. So sell me something out and use the trick on me. Go on.
Oh, no, it's something you do. You say,
yeah, but go on, right.
I'm selling you some carpet.
No, sell me. I don't want a carpet. Sell me a Hoover.
A Hoover? Do you want a Hoover?
Right.
All right then.
Right.
Okay, but see, it has to be on the premise that I have to call back.
That's okay.
So I'll say to you, listen, by the way, this Hoover is it's on an instalment plan.
Right.
And you can have either a 1-year plan, 2-year plan, 3-year plan, or 5-year plan.
Okay.
But you know, if I were you, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going home now, and this is my last call of the day. And I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to practically give this to you because, this is, I've already made my quota for today. And this is just to kind of top up. I have 9 sales made today. And this is just to make it round figure 10.
So I don't really want it.
I'm not making money.
No, I'd be happy if you were to take that.
No, I'm not making any money out of this.
No, I understand, son.
Listen, you're very foolish.
No, why did you take it? I wouldn't make you leave that here, son. No, take it with you, son.
This isn't salesman talk. This is me. Listen, can I talk to you?
Right.
This is me.
Okay,
I'm a person.
go on.
And you're I'm talking to you. Look, it's 5 o'clock. I'm going home.
I know, son, but I don't want it.
No, I'll tell you what.
Yes.
I'll leave it here, okay?
No, I'd be afraid something
No. I'll leave it here. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen.
Put it in your van, son, and take
No.
it.
I've got it out now. So what's the point of me hocking out that van? I'm going home.
I know.
Tell you what I'll do. I'll leave it here, and I have to come back here tomorrow at about 10 o'clock because I have to call into Mrs. Doherty across the street. When finish Mrs. Doherty,
you
I'll
not
come
leave it
over.
with her, son?
No, I'll tell you what. No. Don't.
Leave it with Mrs.
No,
Doherty.
no, but sure, what's the point of me carrying that the whole way across
I'd
the
be
street?
happier.
I've already left Mrs. Doherty. She'll think there's something wrong if I come back to her. What I'll do is I'll leave this here. Look, I'll leave this here. I'll do what I have to do with Mrs. Doherty tomorrow morning. I'll come over, I'll open the door and I'll say, do you want that Hoover? And you say yes or no. If you say no, I'll take the Hoover straight out, put it in the
Can I
van,
use
and I'm
it,
off.
son?
Of course you can use it.
Oh, God.
And you don't even have to empty it out. I'll do that if you decide not to want it. And then, tell you what I'll do. I'll call around 10 o'clock tomorrow. Is that all right?
All right, son. I'm not a bit happy about this.
What do
but
I do
all
then?
right.
What do I do then? What do I do then?
You turn and walk out my door.
Yeah, but before I go do, I put my hand in my pocket, take out a hanky. And I
Right.
put my nose. God, I have an awful cold. And then out of my pocket comes a fiver and falls, say a fiver. Is there fivers now? A fiver, yeah.
Yeah.
And falls on the ground. I don't see it. I go out and I close the door. And the woman says, oh, God, look, he'd left that fiver. And she calls, he doesn't hear, right? So he comes back the next morning.
Never heard this before. This is
I'm
great.
telling you. No, he comes back the next morning.
Right.
It was actually in that film as well, Glengarry Glen Ross. They used to do
Right.
that, selling real estate. So what happens is he comes back and he says, what about you, Mrs. How you doing? Did you use that Hoover? Actually, before you start, son.
I'm Mrs. McCandless, by the way.
Are you?
Yeah. Mrs. Doherty's across the street.
Pleased to meet you, Mrs. McCandless.
Right.
I just left Mrs. Doherty there.
God, son, you were in with me last night, son, and you dropped that.
Did I?
Yes, there's £5. I never slept a wink last night, tossing and turning, thinking that you'd get into trouble, that your boss would be looking for that fat fiver, son.
that's
there
my-
it is, son. God bless you, son. There it is there now. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how
Were
to
you from the
contact you.
19th century?
I didn't know how to contact you.
You from the 19th century? Some kind of ghost? Some kind of... So can you not talk like a normal modern person?
No, because people didn't... It was 1950s when people sold Hoovers.
Oh, are we in the 50s? Oh, sorry.
Of course we're in 1954.
I thought we were now.
No.
Okay, so I'll say, listen, Mrs. Oh, thank you very much. I can't thank you enough.
Not at
And
all,
you know,
son.
contrary to what you think, I'm not a very wealthy person. We get a very small commission. But you know, can I just say this to you? 99 people out of 100 wouldn't have given that to me back. And I thank you very much indeed because I missed that last night.
All right, son.
I went out for something to eat and a very embarrassing thing happened to me actually. I went in, had a sandwich and a cup of tea and I went up to pay for it and I couldn't find the money because that fiver was the only thing I had.
Right.
And I got into kind of trouble, you know, and so
Oh,
thank you
I
very much
thought
indeed. I can
that.
I can go straight back there now and pay that person and apologise to them. But do you know what I'm going to do for you? Because you're such and I have never experienced such honesty. I'm going to give you that Hoover on a special plan that I'm not allowed to do.
No, son, it'll get you
No,
into
no.
trouble.
I'm practically
son.
giving this away. I'm practically giving this away. I've never encountered honesty like this, and thank you very much indeed.
No, my daughter
I have
might
no. I
take
have
it
no.
off
You can't let me go.
No,
you can't let me go without letting me pay you back. Let me pay you back
No,
by
take
giving
it to
you
me,
a
daughter.
very, very small. Ah, you old bitch!
I don't want it, son.
Ah, you old bitch! Give me that fiver. Then you go. Then see because you know it doesn't work. Anyway, see what this is what happened. He
Oh,
worked.
what's the...
I lost my head with you
Why?
because you know you're annoying me.
Oh, because you couldn't make a sale.
I couldn't make a sale.
No, Mrs. McCandless didn't want it.
No, but see, I didn't. There's no point in me hanging
No,
about
because
anymore.
you
So I
don't
called
know
her
how
an
it
old
ends.
bitch. I called her an old bitch and I went away.
You don't know how it ends.
That's how it ended. I called her an old bitch and I went home.
She never made a sale.
No.
I'd never heard of any salesman dropping a fiver.
Well,
on
listen to
anybody.
this. Listen to this.
Right, go on, what to hear it.
My father worked in a bakery, and the newly appointed boss came round to take a tour of the works and check if everyone was working hard enough. As he was leaving, he dropped a half-crown coin on the floor.
Yeah.
My father, having the cynical nature which I have also been blessed with, my father thought that the boss was testing his honesty. Mm-hmm. So he got a masonry nail and hammered the half-crown into the floor.
No, that's a myth.
The next time the boss came round, he'd look at the floor. He said nothing, but he went a bit red round the cheeks. That's how to deal with senior management. Sean will not believe this story.
Yeah, I don't believe that for one
See, that
second.
man is you kid.
Yeah, that's not true. You tell me he drove a nail through a $50?
Yeah, $50. That's right. People I forgot about that.
You
People
see,
used to call
yeah.
half-crown a $50.
Yeah.
Anyway, here, listen. Let's start this radio program. Good morning. Let's have some music.
There's a call. Emma's waving.
Is she?
Emma's waving.
That's long, but I thought she might have been wavering, which is a different thing
No, there's a
entirely.
call on one.
Hello, good morning. How are you doing?
Hello, Gerry.
Yes, who's this, I wonder?
Seamus.
Seamus, good morning, Seamus.
How are you keeping?
I couldn't be better. If I was any better, I'd be sent for and arrested.
I fed up listening to you waffling.
Okay.
You sound like my boss.
Sorry.
No, Gerry, I'll tell you what it is. I've got a Fordson Major tractor.
You've got a what?
A Fordson Major. Fordson.
A Fordson Major tractor.
It's a vintage tractor.
Okay, yes.
I have no tax book.
That's a serious crime.
And I was wondering, would any of your listeners have one lying about?
Hold on a minute. Can you do that? Should you not have a tax book for the particular tractor?
Most of them nowadays haven't got one.
You mean you want any old tax book at all?
Yes, but you have to do everything legal. You know, you get everything changed.
Oh, I see. In other words, if you can get a tax book that belongs to another tractor, you can get it changed.
Of the same type.
Of the same type? I didn't know that.
I see, because...
My tractor knowledge is minimal.
No, because engine numbers and in fact, the engine has changed in this one. And because it's 50 years old, everything's changed.
You dealt with this before, Mr. Anderson.
What?
You dealt with this before, and you got the same story. A man looking at a tax book for a tractor, and you got it sorted out.
That's right, Sean. I remember that.
That's correct. Yeah. So, are you taking details, Mr. Anderson?
No.
Right.
So what do you want me to do, I wonder?
A tax book.
Will you let him speak?
If any of your listeners would have one lying in a drawer, you know.
Okay, lying in a drawer for a Fordson Major tractor. All right then. Okay, we'll put that call out. There's nothing more to be said, really, is there? All right. So if anyone out there's got that,
you could say to him, what year is the tractor that you have?
Go on, I'm tired.
What year is she?
Well, the tractor's somewhere between 60 and 63, Sean, but it doesn't really matter the year of the tax book.
Right. Yeah.
So the reason is,
yes.
if I go to the county hall,
yeah,
and ask for a tax book,
yeah,
they give you a brand new number.
Right.
What looks silly.
It looks bad on the vintage tractor.
That's true.
He's not listening to us.
I thought he'd be interested in that.
He should be interested. He was brought up with tractors.
I was not.
You were so.
I was brought up with horses.
You're brought up with tractors.
Do you know what they call me?
What? Your Uncle Manny must have had a tractor.
Do you know what they called me when I was wee?
Cheese.
What?
No, what? Geronimo? What? What? Hiawatha? What?
They called me Champion the Wonder Horse. Speaking of coaches, I had a terrible dream last night. Anyway, listen, we'll do that for you, okay?
Okay, Gerry, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay.
I can't talk to people about tractor logbooks. Don't you know that?
Oh, well, you could.
I can't do that. I just can't do it. Here's a good news story. Karen would like to publicly thank me for taking the time to reach out to your listeners, and most importantly, the support of the people from Killyleagh as I blitzed the village with missing cat posters. You may remember a very, very cute little cat called Socks.
Yeah,
which was missing the other day. I showed you a photograph of it, and you spit it. You spat
on Monday.
Socks returned home last night very disorientated, and it seems she has been shut in, but starting to settle back into her home again. Thanks to everyone who took the time to check their sheds and garages, as such a sad story has turned into a very happy one. The posters aided her safe return thanks to the people of Killyleagh. And I would like to think that mentioning it on this programme had some small part to play in the return of that.
That's quite hard to say, isn't it? Mentioning it.
It was very difficult.
It
was very difficult for me to say. But I thought I made a good fist of it.
You did indeed.
I made a fist of it.
Yes.
Time for some music now.
What is it?
I don't know. Oh, yes, I do know. I forgot. It's called He Don't Live Here No More. Robbie Robertson.
Got a ticket on the main line. I was stranded on the fault line. I got wasted on the moonshine. Too far gone. I was walking in the sundown. I was heading for the breakdown. When you're sleeping on the cold ground. Too far gone. was moving in the fast lane, and I was only trying to kill the pain. Too far gone. I was running on a red light, always looking for a street fight. I was higher than a lost kite. Too far gone. When you're waiting for the axe to drop, when you're hooked so bad you could not stop. Inside of the belly of the whale, outside they was beating on the door. Somebody going down tonight. I said, boy, he don't live here no more. He don't live here no more. Inside of the belly of the whale, outside they was beating on the door. Somebody going down tonight. I said, boys, he don't live here no more. He don't live here no more. He don't live here no more.
That's Robert Robertson. That's a teaser track from his new album, which is called How to Become Clairvoyant. That's called He Don't Live Here No More. That's going to be out in when, I don't know. Right. A gentleman says, due to the general downturn in the building trade and the government's inability to create jobs in the building sector, although ironically, they can find the money to spend 600,000 quid every time they want to fire a Tomahawk missile to knock down a few buildings in Libya. Do you notice that the O word's beginning to appear very rarely now?
Oh.
Oil.
Oh.
Because people are there to preserve the lives of the Libyans. Nothing to do with oil.
Of course not.
I have found myself on the dole, but not yet reduced to watching Jeremy Kyle. Well, you see, that's the terminal stage. So I decided to try something more constructive with my free time and write and record some music. I've attached one of the songs, and I must admit right off that my reasons are entirely mercenary. So if the lyrics seem quite broad, it's intentional. The more people you can appeal to, the better. To hell with the suffering for your art. Give me some filthy, stinking cash any day. Keep the fame, all that showbiz malarkey. Show me the money. You see, that's the kind of man that I like. I listen to that music, quite good. I can't play that at the moment because we have a difficulty at transferring MP3 files to the Dalit system, which we use. Hear me using all the technical terms? You didn't know I knew all those, did you?
No.
I know
Ken's
stuff.
been talking to you.
Every time I talk to Ken, I just get a little buzzword off him. And sometimes he mentions the thing in passing and I just write it down. So in the course of general conversation, I kind of, let it out. Make the people think that I know what I'm talking about. Do you understand what I'm doing here?
Yeah. Richard rings. Any chance you could play Christy Hennessy, The Two of Us, for him, please? Looking for it for years and can't find it anywhere. Christy Hennessy, The Two of Us.
I'll have a look at that. I have that upstairs, actually. I'll play that very shortly.
Across the railroad track, only shirt I own is hanging on my back. But I'm the envy of every single guy, since I'm the apple of my girl's eye. When we go out stepping on the town for a while, my money's low and my suits are style. But it's alright if my clothes aren't new, out of sight, because my heart is true. She says, baby, it's alright. Uptight, out of sight, baby.
This is Rod Wonder and Stevie Stewart.
Alright, uptight, clean out of sight. She's a pearl of a girl, I guess that's what you might say. I guess her folks brought her up that way. The right side of tracks, she was born and raised in a great big old house full of butlers and maids. She says, no one is better than I, but I know I'm just an average guy. No football hero or smooth Don Juan. Got empty pockets just to say I'm a poor man's son. Can't give her the things that money can buy, but I'll never make my baby cry. And it's alright, but I can't do out of sight because my heart is true. It says, baby, everything is alright. Uptight, clean out of sight. Baby, everything is alright. Uptight, clean out of sight. Baby, everything is alright. Uptight, yeah. Baby, everything is alright. Uptight, way out of sight. Baby, everything is alright. Uptight,
On 92 to 95 FM,
and 1341 medium wave.
this is BBC Radio Ulster.
BBC News at 11 o'clock, I'm Martin Montague. Army bomb experts have carried out a controlled explosion in North Belfast. Police have been carrying out searches for a suspect device since yesterday afternoon. Julie McCulloch reports from the scene.
In the past half an hour, a controlled explosion has been carried out on Rossapena Street, close to the junction of the Old Park Road. It's around this area that the police cordon was extended this morning, forcing people who had been able to return to their homes to leave again. A police helicopter has been circling above this area for some time now. This alert was started after it was claimed that a suspicious device had been left somewhere. The search for that device has been going on since yesterday afternoon and has been causing huge disruption for the people living in this area.
Belfast City Council has called for changes to be made to laws concerning dangerous dogs. It's after a judge ruled that a pit bull seized by dog wardens last year is to be put down. Nicola McHugh has more details.
The council has said today it believes the right decision was made by the judge to destroy Lennox. The dog was seized by wardens in the city last May under the Dangerous Dog Act. However, the case became controversial when Lennox's owners claimed he wasn't a pit bull but a mixed American Bulldog and Labrador breed. They said that meant he shouldn't be included in the dangerous dog category. More than 24,000 people supported a Facebook campaign to save him, and during the court case, a hate campaign was launched against some members of the council staff. The council has condemned the threats, but it says the situation could be improved if there was more clarity regarding the definition of a dangerous dog.
Forces loyal to Colonel Gaddafi are pushing further east across Libya, forcing rebel fighters to withdraw from the oil town of Ras Nouf. Britain, France and the United States have said they haven't ruled out arming the rebels, provided it doesn't breach the United Nations weapons embargo imposed on Libya. That was the news. Now with the weather details, here's Cecilia Daly.
Cloudy and damp with outbreaks of rain and drizzle, which will be heavy and persistent for a time, mainly in the north and west. Drier weather will follow from the west across all areas this afternoon, and skies will brighten with some sunshine. So a cheery end to the day with temperatures up to 12 Celsius. Rain will return overnight, mild with lows of 7 or 8 degrees.
BBC News.
BBC Radio Ulster. Travel news. As mentioned in the news, the security alert is ongoing in North Belfast. The Old Park Road remains closed, as do Hillview Road, Rossapena Street, Rosevale Street and Ballymoney Street. Metro Service 12B is being diverted along the Crumlin Road, Clifton Park Avenue and Cliftonville Road. Then for the next 2 nights in East Belfast, the lower part of the Newtonards Road will be closed between the Alberbridge Road and Templemore Avenue. Resurfacing will be carried out there from 8 o'clock each evening until 6 the following morning. And finally, at the George Best Belfast City Airport, this morning's Flybe flight from Edinburgh is now due at midday. Anne Jordan reporting. Travel news on BBC Radio Ulster. On Talkback with Wendy Austin today, do you mind paying for your parking? You'll have to in Newtownards, Ballymena, Dungannon and other towns across Northern Ireland soon. Is it a rip-off? I want your calls on that today, 08459 555 678. Then remember Nigel's story yesterday, forgotten by the RUC for all those years. We'll have more on that today. You got your polling card yet? Had a close look at it? I've one here. The map on it would send the voter from Bangor to Portaferry, 30 odd miles to vote. Tell me if there's anything odd about yours. We'll have more on cremola foam, yes, honestly, and more than just a few teenage spots. If your life has been blighted by acne, get in touch, A1771, or you can follow me on Twitter, Wendy Talks Back, and join the debate on Talkback at 12.
To me, no worries, no sound next to me. Come on down. I am naked and cold. Place your boots beneath my bed, just like the poets of old. Whisper the dance inside your head. Oh, baby, lie down next to me, next to me. No worries, no sound next to me. Come on down. Sunshine comes and it flies. Darkness comes and it stays. With just the light in your eyes, that's all that matters anyway. Oh, baby, lie down next to me, next to me. No worries, no sound next to me. Come on down. And so this story begins. Kiss me there, stay a while. A candle brushed by the wind, forever burning again. Oh, baby, lie down next to me, next to me. No worries, no sound next to me. So come on down. Oh, baby, lie down next to me, next to me. No worries, no sound next to me. So come on down.
That's Kendall Carson. That's a song called Oh Baby Lie Down. Additional vocals there from Chip Taylor. And that's from an album called All Right Dynamite. Do you remember her in here?
Emma wants to know why you didn't segue.
I'm going to say. I'll tell
No,
you
you
why.
can't segue now.
No, I can't segue. No, the reason why I didn't segue is because it's part of a policy on this program. I wanted to talk about her. Do you remember her in here with Chip Taylor, Kendall Carson? Do you remember?
I do.
She was great.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's doing some gigs. Tomorrow night she's in the Errigal Inn in Belfast. On Friday the 1st of April she's in the Marketplace in Armagh. On Saturday the 2nd of April, Portrush, the Playhouse. On Sunday the 3rd she's in Limavady. And Tuesday the 5th, Kilcashin in Gallagher's. I don't know where that is. But also, but I advise you to go and see her, even if it's just to look at her.
Me?
No, not you. You wouldn't go anywhere. The listeners I'm talking to.
Are
I
you
advise
going?
the listeners.
Are you going?
I might, I might. Because I will be in the vicinity. Go just to look at her, even if you don't like the music.
Say that. Just go and look at it again.
What I'm saying, it's worthwhile just going to look at her.
You can't say that.
I'm saying that because she was in here. She was
some
lovely.
sort of object.
Nothing wrong with that.
If she heard me, just go and look at it
if
again.
she heard me saying that, she'd be pleased. If she heard me,
might well
okay,
be.
you're Kendall
Would you
Carson.
be pleased, Emma? Emma's very annoyed.
She's not.
She is.
If I said Emma Taylor is wonderful and she's a great singer, but even if you don't like music, it's worth going to see her. Just go and look at her.
Just go and look at her.
Emma, would you be annoyed at that?
Yes.
Oh, you turncoat.
Who?
She's afraid of you.
She is not.
She's afraid of saying
She is
the wrong
not. I
thing.
could see she was angry in the corner.
Well, if somebody said
Quite
to me,
angry.
Somebody said to me, "Listen, Gerry Anderson's got a gig on tonight. He's going to be doing stuff, but it's worth it just to go and look at him. He's so handsome." I'd be chuffed. I would be chuffed, I'm telling you. But also, on two of those gigs, on Friday the 1st of April in Armagh Marketplace, this Friday, and this Saturday in Portrush Playhouse, she'll be joined by another fantastic singer and musician, Grania Duffy. And this is her. And that's why I didn't segue, because I wanted to talk in between the two things. You know so little about what I do. So you can go and look at the two of them or listen to the two of them on Friday and Saturday in Armagh and Portrush. So there.
When you're down at the bottom, can't find no one else there, and you think all's been said and done, I'm still holding on, 'cause I know we're gonna be just fine sooner or later when your love is mine. I know we're gonna be just fine sooner or later when your love is mine. If I had the words to tell you all I feel inside, then maybe all that I'm feeling I no longer need to hide, 'cause I know we're gonna be just fine sooner or later when your love is mine. I know we're gonna be just fine sooner or later when your love is mine. There comes a time once in your life, all's been said and done. That's when I know, yes, my baby. That's when I know you're still the one, 'cause I know we're gonna be just fine sooner or later when your love is mine. I know we're gonna be just fine
That's Gráinne Duffy appearing with Kendall Carson on Friday night in Armagh, the Marketplace, on Saturday night in Portrush, and Kendall will be on the rest of them, all the rest of those gigs tomorrow night in the Erigold Inn. Don't miss that, please. Don't miss that. Jackie Fulton was on Sky One. He was commentating on Sky One, so maybe BBC lifted the commentary from Sky One.
No,
what it says here.
Well, I'm not saying Jackie wasn't. I think Jackie was in another room.
What a load of old twaddle. You guys would be out some money trying to use that trick. From Davy in Belfast, that's talking about the trick about dropping the money. Gerry, after Tuesday's show, the chances of a Sony Award are slim. There was less talk on Wendy's show.
Did you see the scam on YouTube, the one that's doing the rounds now, about when you go to the hole in the wall machine? Did you see that?
No. How does that work?
This is serious.
Yeah,
and people should be aware. Yeah. It only lasts. It's on YouTube. And it only lasts about 8 seconds or so, whatever it is. Anyway, there's this man standing taking money out of the hole in the wall. Right. And there are these two guys, and you don't even see them until the second time you watch it. You have to. And this guy walks up, he throws money on the footpath, as you say, a fiver or something like that, whatever it is. You see, taps the guy who's at the machine. He's either got his card or he's about to take money out, whatever it is. You know what I mean? I don't know. And so he throws money down at his foot, taps him on the shoulder, and points to the money. And what do? Your automatic reaction is you look down and you lift it. Well, he's bent down lifting it. His mate is taking whatever's in your card or whatever money is in the machine out. So it's all done from 3 moves. He taps him on the shoulder, points to the money. The man says, "Oh, thanks, mate," and bends down to pick it. As he's bending down, whatever's in the machine's away, and the guy's away in another direction. And the guy's saying, thank you. And he says, "That's okay, that's all right." All our boys away, money gone or card gone. You've got to be very, very careful when you're...
People should keep their eye out for that one. I have a confession to make.
What?
I did a thing a while ago that I haven't told you about. It's been haunting me since.
Oh, dear.
Don't know if I should tell you about this or not, but I think it's time for
a confessional.
I think so.
Okay.
I was in a well-known supermarket one day, standing at the checkout, waiting to pay for my goods. There was quite a number of people there. I don't know. Anyway, that reminded me, a lady behind me tapped me on the shoulder and said, "You've dropped some money." I looked down.
They do this in supermarkets, by the way, as well. But I don't know how it's carried out in a supermarket. Maybe you'll...
I looked down.
Some light on.
I looked down and I saw a small bundle, like 3-4 notes. I lifted them and I said, "Oh, thank you very much." It was 60 quid. I put it in my pocket. It wasn't mine.
Oh, well, then you have to give it back.
I don't know who to give it back to.
You go back to that supermarket.
No, it's a long time ago. It was 1963.
That's a lie. That is a lie.
I feel better now. I've got that off my chest. I was.
That's it, like.
Yeah, I spent it.
You should. No, well, I think what you should do is you should put 60 quid of your own money into your own charity for the Cancer Foundation, that marathon that you're running, and that 60 quid should go.
How do you mean?
You stole £60.
No, but what do you mean? I should put. You mean I should actually put my own money?
Yes, 60 quid into the Cancer Foundation.
Okay.
What's that organisation that you're running for?
Action Cancer.
Action. We should put 60 quid into Action Cancer of your own money. But you should be seen to be doing it.
Well, you want to take a photograph?
No, I want you to hand it over to, what do you call the girl?
To you?
Not to me, no. What do you call the girl that's liaising all this with? You're liaising with? Who is it?
Lucy McCusker.
Lucy. You should give the 60 quid to Lucy.
Can I give it to her $10 a week?
Whatever, yes. That's fine. That's fine.
Hello, Gerry. I'll do it. Okay, I will.
Okay.
I don't feel as good now as I did a moment ago. I felt better a moment ago when I had told you and never did anything about it. But now
this is for your sins.
I know, but
you're in the confessional.
No, but I like confessing, but I don't like paying.
Yeah, but this is what you have to do. This is your penance.
I don't like making amends. I like saying I did a thing, but I don't like making amends for it. That's it takes the good out of it. It spoils the enjoyment of confessing. Gerry, I know, I heard you. You said that to me a number of times. I retain all this information. I was the hoodie who waved at you this morning at 8:30. So there's no chance you were in at 7:30. Hoodie waved at me. I said, "Get away, Hoodie," I thought. But I didn't say anything because he was big. Hello, good morning. Why are the people not speaking
Apparently
to me?
it was Mark Robson.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, of course, in Sky Wonder. It would have been. They sound similar. Where's that phone call?
One.
No, it's not.
Emma.
No, Emma, will you fix that for him? Emma, will you fix that thing?
It's fixed.
Hello? Emma, will you fix it for him?
On.
Emma, will you fix it for him?
Right.
There you are. Thank you, Sean. That was fine. Okay, how are you? Who's this?
You're doing something in there.
I'm not doing anything.
You are.
I'm so used to this incompetence, this bumbling.
Is she there?
Hello? No, she's not.
Look. What? There.
Emma, hello? I can hear her. But Emma, will you fix that?
Say hello, Margaret.
Hello, Margaret.
Hello, Gerry.
Yes, Margaret.
There.
Get away from that screen. Emma, don't let him near that
I
again.
never touched a thing.
I know you went over and touched it and then the whole thing went crazy. Good morning, Emma. John, you're not Emma. Are you Emma?
I'm Margaret.
Margaret. Good morning, Margaret.
The purse woman.
The purse woman. I don't think you'd like being called the purse woman.
Well, it was about the purse.
I have an inquiry here. A person wanted to know, did you get it back?
Well, it was not very nice of him. Do you know, it makes you feel nice and warm inside to feel that people care about these things.
They do, yes. Did you get it back?
I'm going over this morning to collect it.
Ah, where did you find it? Who found it for you?
A man called Connor, he's in Dunmurry.
Ah, well, tell me the
Well,
story.
I found it and she gave it to him for safekeeping.
So what happened? How did it work out?
Well, my daughter's taken me over. She works in the wee cottage, or the locksmith cottage at Shaw's Bridge.
Uh-huh.
And she does 2 hours voluntary work in that wee cottage. And she's taken me over. And Connor's wife, Shirley, is coming with the purse to the cottage.
Uh-huh.
Because they're going away on a holiday today, so...
Oh, that's fantastic. And is everything intact in the purse? Is everything in it?
Yeah, the money and all's in it.
Ah.
Yes. And I just received my new card this morning. The card was cancelled. And I've
Happy
just
days.
received it through the post, a new one.
Happy
So
days.
everything's hunky-dory. And I want to thank you
Not at
for
all.
your trouble
No,
getting in
not
touch
at all.
with the man
I'm just
about
glad
the
you...
purse.
That's great. No, I'm just glad you got it back.
Well,
That's
I'm
great.
glad to.
Okay, love. Thank you very much.
And thank you.
Not at all. Thank you for taking the trouble to ring us today.
All the best.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. You see, there's an example. That's an encouragement for others.
Yeah.
If you feel as if you're down and troubled, need a helping hand, ring this number.
But you see, apparently we were told that it may have been her daughter, but then it was inquiring in some cafe, asking, and some customer says, "Oh, I heard that this morning on Gerry Anderson's show."
Uh-huh.
So there you are.
You know what I'm like? I'm like a bridge over troubled water. Lay me down. Gerry, I have thought the same I have thought the same thing many times. When they say you can listen to a match on 5 Live, I wonder, why would I do that? It's on the TV. These people are supposed to be giving information to the nation. Tell us it's on Sky. I think it's good because the BBC is charged with doing the best it can to make sure that people are informed. Just because the thing goes on the BBC isn't on the BBC, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Now, I'd probably get in trouble for saying this, but I think they should tell the people. If, for instance, something is happening and it's been covered in the BBC, not live, they should say, but if you want to watch it live, it's actually on Sky. I mean, why not? Because the people would think more of the BBC if they did that. And it's like whenever you see the news at 6 o'clock, you see this big story about something, then you suddenly find out at the end of it, it's a promo for Panorama.
What would Stephen Watson say? He's at the heart of sport.
I know, but you see, he's at the heart of not telling you stuff.
Heart of sport.
I know. Gerry, will you take that
John
seat?
Moore.
You're getting very bad here. You're really starting to annoy me now, because every time I start a sentence, you interrupt me.
But I'm afraid you go away.
I'm not going anywhere.
No, but I'm afraid you go away to a CD, a music, and leave a caller.
All right, okay.
Because John's been waiting.
John's been waiting? Where is he, one or two?
Two.
Well, I know you'll hear him because you've already fixed the machine.
I haven't.
So, I know. Hello, John.
Hello, how are you, Gerry?
See, there he is now. So it's the first call you never get because you forget to put your finger on the thing. Hello, he put his finger on the thing, so there you are. How are you?
Pardon?
It's okay, you don't need to know that. Tell me, how are you? What can I do for you today?
Hi, I'm the best, thanks, Gerry.
Good.
No, I was wondering if any of your listeners out there could, if any of the brake style engines up there, I'm looking for a Conrod for a 2-cylinder Dutch diesel engine.
A what?
A Conrod.
A Conrod?
Uh-huh.
You do this, Sean.
For a 2-cylinder diesel engine?
Aye, a Dutch engine.
A Dutch? No, it's no. I need you here, Gerry. You're on the diesel
No,
engines.
go
I
ahead.
don't know diesel.
I want you to
engines.
handle
So
it.
I still can't get a fog light from my car. You know, so you know what I mean.
Ask him how to spell Dutz.
How do you, Gerry wants to know how do you spell Dutz?
Oh, now you're asking me.
Now you're asking him. He says.
Would it
Gerry.
be D-O-O-T-S?
No, it's
Deutsch? D-E-U-T-Z?
D-U-T-Z, aye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Ask him more stuff.
The model number is an F2L 511.
An F2L 511. Right. Okay. Well, what year is she?
Oh, she's ancient. It's an oil engine out of a compressor.
Oh, I see. So.
So hopefully some of your listeners will have a Conrod or two line about them, you know.
What? Well, can I ask you what is a Conrad?
Did you ever hear Conrad Hilton? He was a fellow who owned the hotel.
She's some sort of connecting rod you're about to say, is it?
Connecting rod for the crankshaft to the piston.
Oh, you see. All right. Okay.
The crankshaft to the piston?
To the piston. Yeah. And obviously these are very, very hard to get. That's why you're coming to Gerry now.
I can't get it fixed, and I can't get it in a second-hand one.
So would a diesel mechanic be no good to you at all? Could he not fix that?
No, I couldn't, no.
Oh dear. So you have to. What do you want me to ask him, Gerry? Gerry's asking. Jerry's mouth moved there.
No, go ahead.
No, what?
You're doing fine. Go on.
No,
I think that's it covered.
No. Have you tried all the breakers yards in your area? That's a good one.
I even tried to get the oil one fixed, but it's too far gone.
Okay. Well, let's put the call out then for that. Anyone out there can help you. Give us a ring.
What is this used for? This engine? I just want to know what the engine's. What do you know? What the engine's used for?
It's for a compressor.
A compressor.
For a compressor, for God's sake.
Well, I didn't know that.
Anyone who can help this gentleman, it's 08459 555 678. Okay, we'll do the best we can for you, sir. We've got 35 minutes to get you that. Okay.
F26 511.
F2L.
F2L. Sorry,
Get it right.
F2L 511.
Aye.
F2L 511. Right, that's okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. We'll try our best to get that for you.
Dead on, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. I thought you handled that well, Sean. I would have fallen down on that.
What do you use a compressor for?
For compressing stuff.
What?
The Belfast Telegraph yesterday featured a story, and it was called "Can You Name the Unknown Soldier?" You may have seen that. It was a photograph of a man, apparently a shell-shocked American soldier, with a dirt-smeared face and a bleeding lip, holding what appeared to be a rapid-fire weapon. But it turned out, and indeed with his dog tags round his neck. Not round his fist, should I say. And the man was very dirty, and a man who'd obviously seen combat. But I looked at this photograph and I said, I know those haunted eyes. Those haunted eyes belong to Paul Clark from UTV. And indeed they did. In actual fact, there's a gentleman called, what's his name? Tommy Hassan, who's doing a series of photographs for a book for charity, for Children's Hospice, featuring well-known celebrities in unusual poses and guises. For instance, he's going to do all kinds of people. He's Eamon Holmes, Liam Neeson, Jimmy Nesbitt, Darren Clark, Rory McIlroy, and he's got Noel Thompson will be photographed mounted on a wall beside a moose's head. I don't think he liked that.
Mounted on a wall?
Beside a moose's head. These are all different ideas, unusual poses. For instance, a person may be dressed as Paul.
It'll just be Noel with his head stuck through a wall.
I don't know.
But you'd recognise him? Do you know what I mean?
Not if he had horns on him. No, but I'm not quite sure.
Are these people going to be disguised?
Well, you see, there's the only photograph we have. One of them is Paul Clark, and he's dressed up as a kind of a band of brothers, shell-shocked American GI who's been through
Private Ryan,
that type of thing. So Tommy has contacted me. I haven't told you this, and he wants us to pose for him as one of the well-known. This is the first thing we've ever done as a duo. You know the way I don't like you coming with me?
Yes.
But he wants the two of us, and he wants the listeners to suggest what kind of guys they'd like to see us in. For instance, now, let's, just off the top of my head, maybe we could be the Cray twins, going to dress us up, or else maybe some unusual situation. So I was trying to think of what I would like. So, just you and I, dressed up or whatever, in any kind of an unusual situation that would grab the listeners and the viewers and the people who buy the books' imagination.
I think you'd be a good Robin Hood.
Would you be Friar Tuck?
Green tights.
Okay, but I'd need it from the waist up.
Yes.
I don't want that.
No.
Who would you be though? Friar Tuck?
No, I don't. No. Do I have to be the same?
No, you have to be. I mean, if I'm Robin Hood, you'd be with me.
Maid
And you-
Marian.
Each one to his own.
I don't know.
What about Elton Hayes? Elton Hayes was the guy who played the lute
No,
and sang.
no.
And do you know what? That's where Elton John got his name. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know it. No, forget about Robin Hood. Then I don't want to be a Robin Hood.
Do you know what
man.
I would like to be? I'd like to be Tutankhamun. And you know the boy king?
Yeah.
And you'd be something that was left in the tomb with me.
Just a skull.
No, like a wee mummified cat or something. No, he left things for him.
Do the two people have to be connected?
They don't. Well, you see, if you're going to have two people, it's as well to connect them. What about I'll be the Lone Ranger? Right. And you can be.
No, you're a better Indian. You'd be a better Indian.
Do you think I'm a?
And I
think I'd be a good Indian.
Who am I? What do you call the Lone Ranger? You're
Lone Ranger.
What do you call him? Clinton Moore. I'd be Clinton Moore.
Clinton Moore.
Is it Clinton Moore? Is
No,
it?
is that the people who sell
And you're
postcards?
Jay Silverheels.
I don't know if I want to be an Indian or not.
Oh, you'd be a good Indian.
Yeah,
You've
but hold on a
got
minute.
Indian features.
I'm going to be an Indian, and you're the Lone Ranger?
Yeah, why not?
I'm not so sure about that.
Why not?
I just don't know. It doesn't sit right with me. So I thought maybe perhaps we should ask the listeners. Now, they're going to be the usual ones. Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. But you're not fat.
Cassidy the Sundance Kid.
I like that.
I don't like this one.
Go on, read it.
No,
Go on, read it.
No.
Read it.
It's about the...
The Fred West, is it?
No, you know
What?
the Brokeback...
Brokeback Mountain?
Yeah. I don't like that one.
I could be in a tent.
Yogi Bear.
Did you see that movie?
Yes, Yogi Bear and Boo Boo.
Oh, no.
No.
No, let's think outside the box here. Come on, you know.
I think Steptoe sounds good.
No, it's
yes,
not.
it would.
Who would be Steptoe?
Who do you think would be Steptoe?
Me?
Of course.
No!
Yes.
I'm going to be Steptoe!
You're Steptoe. And
I'll never do that!
Yes. I'll be Harry Hitchcock.
No, you wouldn't be Harry Hitchcock.
I'm a good Steptoe.
He's tall and good looking. How could you pretend to be that?
That's right, I have black hair and all.
Harold!
You dirty old man.
Don't turn your back on me, man!
So there you are.
There we are.
Who?
I've got it. I'm Captain Bligh. You're Fletcher Christian. Don't turn your back on me, man!
And I don't want to be Fletcher Christian.
Yes, you do.
No, I want to be Harold Steptoe.
Well, I'm glad
Or
it was
I
a
want to
great-
be Harry Hitch Corbett.
Captain Bligh, I refuse to comply with your orders. Don't turn your back on me, man!
Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers.
Who's going to be Ginger Rogers? Ginger Rogers once said in an interview something which I thought was wonderful. She said, all the time people come up to me and say, how good was Fred Astaire? Wasn't he a marvellous dancer? And she said, do you know what I always say to them? I did everything that he did except backwards. Wearing high heels.
Wallace and Gromit? No.
Fine cheese, Wallace.
Tom and Jerry?
No.
Burke and Hare?
I kind of like that
Burke
one.
and Hare?
Burke and Hare.
Yeah, I like that
I
too,
like
so.
it. Because
what about Batman and Robin?
No, it's tights again.
Frank and Jesse James?
Who'll be the Jesse?
Tarvel and Dean?
No.
These are all good.
I like Burke and Hare.
What about the two of us as Nolan?
Do you remember we suggested? Do you remember we had a little? Remember our little animated
Hinge and Bracket?
No.
Huh?
Do you remember the little program we had on the air, the little animated thing?
Yes.
And then they suggested that we add Nolan in, and I said, "Yeah, that'd be a great idea." I said, "But it might be very expensive." And they said, "Well, what could we do?" I said, "Well, we could get the Nolan character. You don't have to make a model for him. Just get a football and put a little golf ball on the top of it, and just paint a little hair on it, and the job's done." And he was very upset at that.
Yes.
I like
Martin McGuinness and Peter Robinson. Dumb and Dumber. Daniel and Magella.
Fraught with difficulty, that one.
Fergal Sharkey. Gerry could be Fergal Sharkey's da, and Shan could be Jimmy Nesbitt's da.
What's that all about?
I don't know.
I like Burke and Hare now.
Yeah.
Because we've been seen carrying a corpse. Who would the corpse be? Hugo.
No, you couldn't carry Hugo. No.
Dig him up.
No.
Let's see. Any more there? Anything worth talking
The
about?
Flower Pot Man.
Ah.
No good. No. I know.
Nobody
No, I don't
You
know.
can't do an impersonation of the Flower Pot Man now because nobody knows who they were.
No.
Any more? Stop muttering to Emma. Read them all to me. Don't be censoring this stuff. I know there's rude things there.
No.
Read the rude things
No, I
out,
won't read them out.
Go on, read them out.
No, there's another one. Me as Gregory Campbell and Gerry as Martin McGuinness.
Oh, for
again.
God's
You
sake,
see,
these
what
people
they're
obsessed by politics. I blame
know.
Nolan. I blame Nolan for that. Get
Hey,
him off
I
it.
know. I know.
What?
I know. I could be John Wayne, and you could be the man that you played.
Barry Fitzgerald?
You could be Barry Fitzgerald.
Oh, you mean out of the what do you call that movie? Can't remember the name. Quiet Man.
Aye.
No,
What about that?
I didn't like being that.
Oh, but you're
the
good
last
at
time
him.
I, the last
you were
time I,
good at him.
The last time I played that, Eamon Holmes played the John Wayne part.
Yeah.
And I was Micheline. Yeah, Micheline.
Yeah.
God, John. No, his name wasn't John. No, his name. Michael. Come on, Michael. Give us another pint of stout.
Darby O'Gill and King Brian.
No.
No.
Oh,
Jedward.
I like that.
Do you?
Jedward.
Oh.
I could get new hair. What about that? I like Jedward. Oh, that'd be
Do
great.
you? No, I don't like this.
No, I don't like it. No,
I
it
don't
makes
like
it
no.
look funny.
No, I don't want
I'm still riding with Burke and hair. With
but we don't really know Burke and Hare. You don't know them what they look like.
Hugo's the corpse.
You know.
That'd be great. No, we don't know what they look like. That's all the better because he could give us warts and all. You've plenty already.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want them.
You don't need any.
I don't need any more.
I mean, I could look emaciated and ugly.
No, I think Steptoe and Son's the one.
No!
Yes, absolutely.
No, Harold!
Yes.
No, I'm not doing it. You see, because you must remember this, that if I consent to do this, which I have, I've consented to do this, but I'm going to be very careful about who I portray. I don't want to be Harold Steptoe, because Harold Steptoe's over 60, and you can't have that. And you're going to be big, tall Harold? What do you call him?
I just have a big long coat and a pair of water boots.
Nah.
And an open shirt.
No, we don't. Oh, right.
Yeah.
None of that.
What?
And another thing.
You sit semi-naked in a bath.
Yeah, right. And another thing, if we're doing Tonto, I'm not going to be the Indian.
Well, why not? You've got that Indian, you've got the features.
Because you'll be telling me what to do.
No. And you can sit on a horse.
I don't want to sit in a horse. I've sat in a horse before.
I'll tell you what, I'll sit on a horse and you point as Tonto, showing me the way.
And Kemosabe.
Yes.
Men, white man over hill.
Yes.
Sorry, you white man too. I know, no, I'm not happy with any of this. I'm happy with Burke and Hare because two of us will look equally ugly and grotesque. We can't have one looking more ugly than the other.
Quentin Crisp has been suggested for you.
I think that could be a possibility. And let's see, I'll be Quentin Crisp, and you can be one of the hooligans in the West End.
Father Jack and Father Ted.
No, I hate Father
Starsky
Ted.
and Hutch. We like that.
Okay, well, let's give the people time.
There's a call.
Is it now I'm supposed to be talking to a young lady? Is that the young lady I'm supposed to be talking to?
No.
Where's she?
Well, look,
I talked to the young lady from
this has started.
Give me the young lady from Childline.
We'll do that next then.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm sorry about this. We're trying to find out who we're going to be.
Oh, that's quite all right. That's nothing new to your programme. But let me tell you, do you remember, cast your mind back, there used to be an advert on the television for Butlins.
Yes.
And there was two little gentlemen came from outer space called Toot and Flute.
I don't remember that.
Do you not?
Do you remember any more detail?
Oh, it's back in the
40s.
Late 70s.
Oh, Toot and Flute.
Toot and Flute, and they were identical little spacemen.
You sure it wasn't James Galway from the Bellarine Philharmonic?
No,
playing the
wasn't.
flute?
No, it wasn't.
Toot and
James
Flute?
Galway. I'll tell you what, the two, do you know what you two should do? You two should appear with Mrs. Brown.
Oh, well, Brendan O'Carroll's a good friend of ours. I think that might be a possibility.
Anyway, there you go. Toot and Flute, you find out
That
what
was Mrs. Brown's laugh there. Do that
Sorry?
again. That was Mrs. Brown's laugh.
That's good. Listen, I don't... Sorry, my head's pickled enough listening to you two in the morning.
Here's another suggestion. Willie Drennan and James Nesbitt.
I'll be James Nesbitt. No, but I know what's going on there. They want me to be Willie Drennan.
Well, here, I tell you what... Sean.
Yes.
I'll tell you what you could be. You could be Geordie Goat's trouble.
Right, go away now.
Bye-bye, Gerald.
Thank you, bye. Bye. I'm quite upset at this.
That's your call on two.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Who's this?
This is Mairead Mullins ringing from
Mairead,
Childline.
nice to speak to you from Childline. Tell me the crack. This is quite something that we should be able to help you with.
Right. Basically, Childline are experiencing quite a big surge of children and young people ringing the service.
Really?
I don't know if you're aware, we would
No.
have about 80 hours of counselling time that we offer to Northern Ireland children in Northern Ireland.
Uh-huh.
And we're short of volunteers at the
Uh-huh.
minute.
And you say there's a bigger number of people calling?
There is a bigger number of children and young people calling.
Do you have any idea what percentage is bigger? I mean, is it twice as many?
One night there was
10%?
50% more calls.
How many? How many, sorry?
50% more calls.
Oh my God.
To the service, and obviously our ability to answer those calls depend on volunteers. And we're actually calling for more volunteers. We need more volunteers on particular shifts.
Well, what about training? Do people need to know? I mean, do they need to go through any kind of course of counselling or training or anything?
They do.
anything?
Yeah, we
Do
would
they?
have a very rigorous
Sure.
training program. It's about 12 different modules, and then even once they finish that training, it's an ongoing training process. So there'll be a lot of support and mentoring actually while on shift.
I imagine older people would be better at that. Do you find that, or is it younger people
Not
are quite good at it?
necessarily. We would have young people who maybe want to build up CVs, or just a whole variety of people who have retired and who maybe want to give something back and have a bit of time on their hands. Just all ages, all sorts of people come in and avail of the volunteering opportunities we offer.
So how much time would they need to sacrifice for this? Not sacrifice, how much time would they need to have free to be able to help you?
Ask volunteers to give a 3.5-hour shift every week.
Uh-huh.
Particular shifts that we're looking for would be at 7 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday morning, because we are 24-hour a week service, and we're also looking for people right through Wednesday morning and at weekends, Saturdays in particular, and some for Sundays. So it is at the times where maybe just aren't just as sociable for people, but they are the times children and young people are particularly calling us.
Well, do young people tend to call you early in the morning or late at night? Or
All times are calling us. I mean, I think with mobile phones and with all these iPhones, etc., young people can call us at any time. They're quite often calling us while they're walking to school. Maybe they're concerned about something that's happening in school, or something has happened the night before at home or with family or whatever. And so all times, I mean, we are noticing over the past number of years that children and young people are calling later and later at night.
Well, do you think this is because it's easier for them to call because they've got their own phones and they can do it in their own bedroom and outside or whatever? Or do you think it's a genuine need? Do you think
there's
it's because
a genuine need there. I mean, some of the calls coming into Childline, would be harrowing now and, very serious and significant calls.
Yeah.
So there is a need there, but it also, young people are more and more aware of the service. And there's more education with young people around issues of abuse, etc. But also mobile phones has undoubtedly made it much easier for children and young people to call.
So what kind of a commitment would people need to give to be trained?
Well, in the first instance, we're having actually information meetings, and the first one's the 6th of April at 11 a.m. and then Tuesday the 5th of April at 11 a.m. for anybody who's interested. And then we would give them more information. They would have to go through an interview process. And then we do have a training process, a training schedule as well.
So where would the people need to? Would the people need to phone you first? Obviously.
Would, yes. I'll give you a phone number.
Okay, go ahead.
0870.
Yeah.
336 2945. Can we read that out again?
No, it's okay. 0870 336 2945.
45, yeah. Or just even go on the Childline website, they'll find our number if they haven't got a pen.
Which is Childline?
ChildlineNorthernIreland.org.uk. We're in the yellow pages as well.
.org.uk. What is that? ChildlineNorthernIreland.org.uk.
Yeah.
All right, that's okay. So they need to, what did you say, the 6th of April?
The 6th of April is our first information meeting.
Where would that be?
That's in Childline offices down in Queen Street.
And Belfast. And also the 5th?
And also on the 5th, yeah.
5th and 6th of April in Childline offices in Belfast.
That's
at
right.
11 a.m.
At 11 a.m.
Okay, so if people are interested in that, and it fits in with whatever schedule they have, give you a ring first, talk about it, And it's a great thing to do. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people, I mean, there's so many people who are not working, you know, and who are kind of, you know, browned off. This is a good opportunity to actually, as you say, and I know people kind of, you know, are facetious about this kind of thing, but there really is such a thing as putting something back. There really is such a thing as that. A lot of people say they're putting something back and they're being very cynical about it. But, you know, it is true. And this is a thing that people could do. And it'd be a helpful thing. And also they could feel good about it themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, then. So 0870 336 2945. For more information, prepare to go to an information session on 5th or 6th of April at 11 a.m. Belfast. Okay, thank you very much, and I hope you get a great response. And we have, if anybody who missed that number, I'll just give it to you again, 0870 336 2945, or website childlinenorthernireland.org.uk. And you said it's available somewhere else?
Pardon, sorry?
You said there was some other thing there. Was it Facebook, was it?
No, our website.
Website.
But on the Yellow Pages as well.
Yellow Pages, sorry, that was it.
Yeah,
all right, listen, thank you very much for talking to us, and I hope it's a great success. I hope you get many, many people coming along to fill in those gaps.
Thank you.
All right, love.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Lots of requests to play this song. I played it a couple of times last week. It's called Bullet Train. It's not a very well-known song. It's from a band who are not very well known at all, called The Lost Dogs. I think people like it because it's just kind of straight rock and roll, the type that, you know, makes you feel good.
It gave the people hope and purpose. Built a place called Camelot, and we were the wide-eyed innocents. Till somebody had him shot. He's been long gone, too long gone. You know his name. Now he's riding on the bullet train. I have a dream, said the black man, when we'll all study war no more. Equality, he said, for everyone here. Then they shot him on the second floor. He's been long gone, too long gone. You know his name. Now he's riding on the bullet train. 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 He bought her a gun for protection. She kept it on the closet shelf. Their little child found it one fateful day. No, he never meant to kill himself. He's been long gone, too long gone. It's a crying shame. Now he's riding on the bullet train. Riding on the bullet train. Riding on the bullet train. He's riding on the bullet train. Say a prayer for the dearly parted.
That's the Lost Dogs. These are coming in thick and fast, except there's another one here. A Northern Ireland player shot at goal and missed. Jackie Fullerton said, as only he can, she got one in Belgrade last Friday.
Yes.
Peter, Andre and Jordan, no. Bonnie and Clyde. You could be a heterosexual Quentin Crisp and Sean could be his usual self. John Holmes and Linda Lovelace, I don't think so.
What about Kojak and Columbo?
Too old. Nobody knows who they are.
Yeah, they do.
What about Francie and Jussie? Nobody knows who they are either. Whatever happened to that?
Yeah, I think Columbo's still on.
Is it?
Columbo's on every day of the week and twice on a Sunday.
Really?
You'd be great, be Columbo.
Nah.
Dirty raincoat and all, you know.
Come in.
Yeah.
The Two Dames from Some Like It Hot.
I like that.
So do I. Emma Titter. Lots of what's coming out in top? Waldorf and Stadler. And Bert and Ernie from The Muppet Show. Captain Kirk and Spock. She's got the blue, Captain!
I like that.
Add Geordie, the Three Billy Goats. The slogan, no kid, no fee. Gerry will agree to nearly any couple as long as Sean is the ugly one.
Yeah,
that's about right.
Yeah.
Podge and Rog, Zippy and Bungle. What about the ugly sisters? Roy Rogers and Trigger. Trigger's been stuffed. What about Burke and no hair? Here we go. Podge and Rog, Waldorf and Statler. Statler and Bert and Ernie. Beauty and the Beast. Dr. Frankenfurter and Rocky. Alien versus Predator. Getting silly now. Peter Pan and Captain Hook. I like that. I could be Tinkerbell. George and Zippy. Wurtle, Gummidge and Aunt Sally. Will and Grace. Waldorf and Statler again. Bill and Ben. Pinky and Perky. The Crankies.
Here, why don't you ask...
Del Boy and Rodney.
I like that. Del Boy and Rodney. Why don't you ask the photographer? Why don't we ask him who he thinks?
No, he doesn't know. He wants to be.
Yeah, but does he? Would he have anyone in mind?
Not
Good
yet.
idea to
No,
talk to
I
him.
talked to him this morning. He said he's wide open.
I hate boys being wide open.
I know, so do I. Please ask Mr. Coyle to say in his best Jackie Fullerton voice, there's been a bit of business at the back post.
There's been a bit of business at the back post.
And also, would he please say, there's been some movement on the bench.
There's been some movement on the bench.
And also, could he say, he's got a great little engine.
He's got a great little engine. There's a wee call. Would you do a wee call? Would you?
What a masterpiece. Our friend Silvio Berlusconi has exhibited, as you know, Gerry, Silvio is currently on trial for allegedly entertaining ladies in the oldest profession. I have a friend from the Bologna region, and he, when the Italian Prime Minister's name is mentioned, automatically smiles, raises his hand, gyrates his hip wildly, and goes, Si, Berlusconi, bunga, bunga! An indicator that some Italians are proud of a man in his 80s with hair transplant, capable of entertaining younger women like one of Geordie's goats. Sound familiar? But Berlusconi has requested that George Clooney be called as a defence witness. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
What a great idea. What a great idea. Who's gonna not believe George Clooney?
Yeah, great.
Imagine if you in court and calling George Clooney as a witness and then been up and saying, he's a wonderful guy. You couldn't convict me, could you? I'm no Perry Mason, but surely relying upon one of the best thespians of the age, maybe the most credible witness, as ladies and gentlemen of the jury, can you believe George Clooney's testimony? Well, yes, we believe everything he says. He's an actor. Expect Silvio the Teflon Don to be acquitted forthwith, and maybe one day, swarthy Lotharios, when they hear the name Gerry Anderson, they may shout, Gerry Anderson, bunga, bunga!
What about the wee call?
Stop, you're obsessed. Good morning.
Good morning.
I don't mean he's obsessed by you. He's obsessed by getting me to take calls, whereas I don't care. How are you? It's not that I don't care about what you have to say, but, you know, I don't care. Tell me what I can do for you.
It's Kenny here. I'm actually looking, Gerry, for a wrist boiler suit. Not now for motorbikes, not the leather one. It's actually the cloth one.
Show me. Yeah.
No, I can't do race. A race boiler suit.
Go on.
Yeah,
the Grand Prix type of thing.
Yes, the cloth type or stock cars.
I didn't think you could. I didn't think. Could you buy those like in J and B stores, or whatever you call them? Can you?
TK Maxx.
Can you?
No, you can't buy them there. You have to buy them at some of the motorsport places.
Well, where did we go with this one? Are you a racer?
My son is.
Oh, your son is. So,
Yeah.
well, right. So, what age is your? Is he
Struggling, struggling.
I know. I don't know what size he is.
Yes, large or extra large.
All right then. So, where have you tried?
Well, I've tried most of them motor places, hey, but you're talking around 200, 250 pounds.
He wants it on the cheap.
But you see, that's what they might be everywhere.
Well, I thought maybe some of the listeners really had one that no longer in use for it. That was
Right. Have you tried the internet by any chance?
I have, yes.
Okay, the number to ring if anyone's got that spoiler suit is 08459 555 678. We shall do our best for you,
Is your
sir.
son involved in the car racing? Then is that what he wants to be?
It's actually stock car.
Stock car. All
Yeah.
right. Okay. And
Right.
Oh, is that it?
That's good.
Right.
That's good.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Now.
Thank you. Yeah, right. I'm going to play some nice country music, not the usual Hugo Pabulum. Pabulum. I've never used that word pabulum before. It just came out of me. Pabulum. What a great word. It means crap.
Looking back at my one cop town, skinny dipping, drinking Royal Crown, and thinking about year-long days, rowdy ways, best friends lost and found. Remembering my halfback moves, night games and backseat blues.
This is Marcus Hummin
Through growing
from an album All in Good Time. It's called God's Country USA.
seems like one day
Mr. Coyle, you'll be here tomorrow and Friday.
It's 7-2. What's your first name?
Mr. Coyle will be here tomorrow and Friday. I'll be back on Monday. Goodbye.
see what moving fast would mean to me. One day I'll slow down and I'll go back to my hometown. I know it's still there like small towns everywhere. God's country, USA. I'm talking about a place that's real. You hang a left by the football field, past Billy Joe's used car dealer and the broken Ferris wheel. Remembering a white frame house,
A gentleman
named Ralph. Mama rang a big old bell for dinner as the sun was going down. My first kiss, my first cigarette, these are the things I can't forget. If I could have them all back again, those times would never end. No. One day I'll slow down and I'll go back to my hometown. I know it's still there like small towns everywhere. God's country, USA.
Jackie Fullerton once said, I'd like to see Keith Gillespie's tackle in slow motion again. But he'd like to hear it again. Would you say that?
I'd like to see Keith Gillespie's tackle in slow motion again.
I remember my mama crying and my daddy acting tough. I put them in the rearview mirror and I watched them disappear. With the used car dealer and the broken Ferris wheel. Now I got what I set out to get. I should be satisfied, and yet that one cop town is still part of me. That's how it ought to be, yeah. One day I'll slow down and I'll go back to my hometown. I know it's still there like small towns everywhere. God's country, USA. One day I'll slow down and I'll go back to my hometown. I know it's still there like small towns everywhere. God's country, USA. God's country, USA. Towns like Easter Road and Waxahachie, Fly, New Deal.